This is an old game with flashing lights and visual patterns that may trigger seizures. Viewer discretion is advised. Hola amigos, what is up? This is Tails5Raga, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 2. You may be wondering why we're on this screen instead of the stage select screen, and the answer is... what stage select screen? We killed all the robots. That's right everyone, the robots are dead, and it's Dr. Wily time. We used poisonous gases, and we poisoned their asses. Actually, their lungs. Fucking love that song. The Wily stages are a bit of a jump in difficulty. They require knowledge of your weapons, knowledge of how platforming mechanics work, and sometimes knowledge of glitches to help cheese them, such as the glitch I'll be doing here. What you're gonna notice is that I'm going to be pausing and unpausing, and you're gonna notice that fourth metal blade didn't take up any weapon energy. For some reason, any weapon in the game that has multiple shots per pip of energy, it only drains the energy on, like, the last shot in question. So, I forget how much it is for each individual weapon. I know it's 4 shots with the metal blade for 1 pip. I think it's 5 or 6 with the quick boomerangs. But either way, pausing and unpausing tricks the game. Wow, that was incredibly lucky. Alright. Forgot what I was gonna say now. Distracted. That was 2 1-ups that spawned from that squirm. Alright. Not bad, not bad. There may be opportunities in these stages where I just try to farm for 1-ups anyway. Just cause I don't want to get game over in these stages, if I can help it. Getting game over does restart you at the Wily stage, the offending Wily stage, but unfortunately it also comes with a nasty drawback. If you game over, you don't keep any of your E-tanks. So I kinda wanna get through this without game overs. Which means I might be separating the Wily Castle into 2 videos, depending. Let's get item 1 here. I know the Wily Castle in Mega Man 2 does have a lot of forced item usage, and I also know that a lot of people don't really like that about various Wily Castles. I see why. But personally, I think I'm fine with it if it's a case like this game where it gives you the items. If it's a case like Mega Man 1 where you have to like seek out an item that will allow you to beat the game, like, oh, you didn't get the Magnet Beam in Elecman stage? Well, go to hell, dumbass. You need to go grab that. I get why people don't like that. And I get why people don't like the forced item use to begin with, but again, I'm perfectly fine as long as the game provides it. If the game is willing to provide you the tools, then I see no problem with the game forcing you to use said tools. It's got up here, seizure warning, by the way. Because for some reason, every time you hit the mech dragon, and this goes for a lot of bosses in the Wily Castle, actually pretty much all the bosses in the Wily Castle, actually. For some reason, they are really fond of black backgrounds that just flash white, so seizure warning for every major Wily boss. I believe the only ones that don't have that are the Robot Master Refights. Yeah, even the final boss has that, and the final boss also has that weird kind of vertigo-inducing background, too. I'm gonna fill up a little bit of the heat, actually. Not that I really plan on using it too much, but we do need the atomic fire for one specific boss fight. I'll fill you up. First phase of Wily is weak to the atomic fire, so we need to use it there. Alright, do this low to the ground, and get ready to jump onto this ladder. If you jump onto that first ladder, sure, it's a safer option, but you miss out on all this cool stuff. I believe it's 2 lives are in this tunnel alone. And there's also... yeah, there's also, like, 2 E-tanks in it as well. So it's a very good idea to actually make use of this. Because, yeah, down here there's another 1-up and another E-tank. I'm also gonna just use the Buster on them. I think it actually does more damage with the Buster than you do with the Metal Blades on those guys. I know that certain enemies in this game have weaknesses. Also, you might want to notice this as well. The Crash Bomb walls are actually enemies in the game's code and will drop power-ups for you. I want you to keep this in mind for Wily 4. Alright, speaking of things to keep in mind... uh-oh. Now you may be wondering, well, I can just climb up the ladder, back up again. To which I say by pressing up... what ladder? There's no ladder there. It's a really weird thing, but yeah, there's no ladder to climb back up there anymore, because, I mean, there's no ladder on this screen. So if you press up trying to climb back up, you just fall to your death unless you know to angle left or right. It's a really weird thing, one of those quirks. Speaking of quirks, let's use the leaf shield on this tunnel of moles here. The leaf shield is actually really effective in this tunnel since, I mean, it covers a decent area around you, it does kill the moles in one hit, whereas like your Buster takes so many shots to kill them. Like I said, the Wily Castle is basically just getting a workout and using all the tools that you've been given throughout the game. Another thing you might notice how the chain for these presses actually, like, wraps vertically on the screen. Okay, this means that I'm gonna have to make the jump for energy. Unless I want to use an E-tank, but I'd rather not. More falling. Be careful of that one, because that one will trick you. Well, not necessarily that it tricks you. If you drop straight down, then you drop onto this pillar right here. But then you might miss out on the energy if you don't notice it in time. I don't know. Alright, this next boss fight features a pattern, and I'm gonna try to remember it. I know the first 5 parts of the pattern. This is Pico Pico-kun. It is a... I believe lore-wise, it's a security system that was originally built by Dr. Light. But these drones that are part of it always are always in a set pattern. Also, one use of the bubble lead will kill each drone, or you can use 3 shots of the metal blade. Problem is, they get faster for each one that spawns. And I forgot... that one spawns on the left. But honestly, it's not such a bad fight. The bubble lead strategy is riskier, but it's also faster. Although it doesn't really matter late on in the fight. You probably want to use the bubble lead late on in the fight, just simply because, like, the Pico Picos are so fast anyway. Alright, Wily Stage 3, we get a music change, and we get more use of the crash bombs here. We will want full crash bombs by the end of, Wily 4. But for now, we don't need to worry too much. More that, the walls are technically enemies here, so... they will drop items on occasion. Yeah, I'll use this actually to refill the crash bombs. And if I fall over here... oh, what if I want to fill up? Also need bubble lead at some point too. No, let's fill up crash bombs with this one. And for this one, I'm gonna fill item 2. Drop down here, and welcome to the Piss Corridor. Maybe it's supposed to be like toxic pollution, or sludge, or sewage, or something. But no, it's just the Piss Corridor. Or just really, really watery Dijon mustard or something. Mega Man's one weakness, deli mustard. To be fair, enough deli mustard on a sandwich, and, like, you probably die. Mustard is good in low enough concentrations. There we go, using the pause trick there to reset our vertical momentum. Very handy in that spike drop. Alright. There is a crazy cannon on the side of this. Oh, right, we can just make that jump normally, duh. Forget what their weakness is. I think their weakness is Leaf Shield, actually. Yeah. Oop. Almost got through without getting hit. We're doing real good, though. Doing real good right now. Which means I'm gonna collapse in frustration when we get to Wily 4. Welcome to the Guts Dozer! Wait for him to get on screen and then jump up to hit him. Another boss fight where the background flashes, unfortunately. But just get in his face and spam quick boomerangs. You do have to wait for him to get part ways on screen, though. I think, because I think the dozer part itself isn't solid until you do that. Keep looking over at my monitor. Paused my Twitter feed on a cute picture of Kagero from Toho Project. Everyone's just like, Tails Frog, are you looking at anime werewolf titty again? Yeah, I am. Sup? Alright, here's a mean metal. You may be wondering what the Wily 4 gimmick is. After all, I kinda talked it up, a little bit of dread going into the stage, and the answer is fake floors. Wily 4, fake floors. That's kind of a good mnemonic to remember things, honestly. I'm gonna drop down here to get this extra life. There are ways to tell where the fake floors are, however. And in fact, I'm gonna switch to that method. But we will, again, need to get bubble lead ammo for the final boss and the refights, technically. The bubble lead, since it travels along the ground, will detect the floors for you. It's very useful, actually. It's a very handy feature. See, there's a drop right there. There's another drop right before this ladder. Now, that might not seem so bad at first, and then you get to this shit, where there's a spike floor. If you don't know that that fake, that's coming for you, oh boy, you better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You go over there. Neither of them dropped ammo. This room also has fake floors as well. It's not even worth going for that E-tank, actually. I'm full on E-tanks. You can carry only 4 of them in this game, unlike later games where you can carry up to 9. So it's not even worth going for that. Unless we die to, like, a boss stupoidly. Like, unless I decide to just die of, or take a lot of damage in these rooms for whatever reason, and... no, I don't think I will. If you want me to be honest, I think I'm good. As I almost carry myself to my death. More platforms here, some of these platforms interacting with tellies, it's nothing we haven't seen before. It's just a little bit more dangerous. There's a cool looking jump that you can do with item 3 here. I'm just gonna use item 1 though. You have to like jump and fire at the same time and land on the platform at its lowest point, and I'm gonna be honest, I did it in the practice runs. I am not gonna do that kind of swag in an actual run here. I've realized I am not good enough at video games to get away with that. I'm better than I was years ago, though. That was kind of the point of redoing the classic Mega Man games, to show how much better I am, and to kind of get away from the old Let's Plays, which are kind of... I'd consider a lot of my old Let's Plays to be old shame. Some of them are like worth me keeping around just because they're part of my history, and you know, I shouldn't be ashamed because I always have the time to improve. Or the ability to improve, but some of those old Let's Plays were real bad. Speaking of real bad, this hallway, ugh. Oop, that's not the right weapon. This hallway is full of Sniper Joes, and Sniper Joes, unfortunately, do not have weaknesses. It's just a matter of fire away. Thankfully, their chicken walkers do. You can still kill the chicken walkers with a well-timed air blast. But I ain't no pyro, man. I don't know how to do a well-timed air blast. I only know how to spray and pray. Alright. This is probably where I'm going to be using an E-Tank. And this is also the worst boss in the game, the Boo Beam Trap. You may be wondering what's so bad about it, aside from that. And the answer is, you see these walls? See these walls that you have to destroy? There are a total of 9 targets, and you have 10 targets, wow. And you have 7 shots of Crash Bomber. There we go. Which means you have to prioritize and do some puzzle solving. This is a puzzle boss. It is also an enormous pain in the butt. And that's why I think it's one of the worst bosses in the entire Mega Man series, if you want me to be real. It's not even that difficult of a boss, but I hate that I have to use an E-Tank. I hate that I had to use an E-Tank for it. But if you run out of ammo, you have to die. Like, there's no getting around that. You have to die if you run out of ammo. And it sucks, because you respawn in the Sniper Joe hallway. Here's the boss refights. Alright, we got full atomic fire, we're good on metal blades, out of crash bombs, but that's not really a problem. Let's do some boss refights. Unlike Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2 features boss refight teleporters. You go to separate rooms to fight them. They drop health as well, but you don't know which one is unless you've memorized the order. And I very much haven't. Well, I've memorized parts of it. There we go. Metal Man dies in 2 hits to his weapon, or 1 if you're playing on normal difficulty. That's another thing. And you guys probably noticed, I'm playing this game on the difficult mode. There are two reasons for that. One is pride. And two is because the difficult mode is actually the original difficulty for it. When this game came out, in Japan, there was only a difficult mode, or just, well, just mode, I guess. And then when the game was released in North America, they added an easy mode, called it normal, made everything do double damage to bosses, and bosses only do half damage to you. And then called the original difficulty difficult, which, to be fair, isn't really that much of a misnomer. Like, the only reason I'm doing as well as I am right now is because I've memorized a bit of Mega Man 2, and even then, I haven't memorized that much, if you want me to be honest. I think I even said this before, Mega Man 2 is not my favorite of the NES games. I think 4 might be. And even then, I haven't played 4 in a long while, so... Alright, let's bring out the air shooter here. I didn't cover this. Woodman actually has the most weaknesses of any robot in this game. He's got 3. Oh. And I stood inside him like an idiot. You might have noticed it, however, but the air shooter shots were actually going through his leaf shield. Since you can spawn them, like, inside his shield, like that. Alright, I guess the only other way around this is metal blades. There we go. Do I want to do the Airman fight next or the Heatman fight? I'm not gonna get health from the Airman fight is the thing, but... I also need to be careful to conserve enough energy to beat the final Wily boss as well. Yeah, let's do Heatman. Get a little bit of health back. There's a reason I said I'm not going to be getting health back from Airman, by the way. So the bosses will drop health. The teleporter is also active when the health drops. And my usual strategy is to just wait in this corner for Airman. And then just blast him. And unfortunately, you teleport away before the health drops. Alright, Gods, do I want to save here? No, I've got E-tanks in case things go hairy. Let's go. I think I remember the pattern for the first fight. Time for Dr. Wily! He doesn't make me smiley. Well, okay, his eyebrows make me smile. They are majestic. There we go. 2 shots of that kills him. Now pump him full of metal blades. Pause the game. Hang on, let's get another E-tank going here. Nice, and that'll still save me 1 for the last fight. What do you mean, last fight, Tails Frogger? This is Dr. Wily. Oh, you didn't think we were done, did you? No. This is only the beginning. Welcome to Dr. Wily Stage 6. You may have fought Dr. Wily to the death beforehand. But here is a little bit of a twist. Notice how there's no music. It's silence other than just the drops of acid falling from the ceiling. And this is honestly a really creepy setup. like, you beat Dr. Wily, but you don't know what's going on, and it's not like Mega Man 1 where you beat Dr. Wily and you save the world. Here, Wily escaped, and now you're in this cavern with just... Is this acid? Is this blood? It does a lot of damage if it hits you, so it's probably acid. And there's no music, it's just a really ominous stage. Just kind of this feeling of dread, you alone with your thoughts. We have to do this in one try, though. Get your bubbles ready. And prepare for Dr. Wily, who is really an alien. With this vertigo-inducing background. Dr. Wily always follows the same pattern. He travels in a figure eight, fires shots at set intervals. These shots do 4 damage to you. If you get hit by Wily at all, however, you die. Or I believe you take 20 damage. I believe, yeah, I think it's... I know Dr. Wily does the most damage of anything that isn't, like, spikes or, like, a pit. So get ready. Need that E-tank. Not doing too well on my dodges here. If you can get a rhythm going. The other problem here is that Dr. Wily's ammo, or his weakness rather, is in limited supply. If we run out of bubbles, we have to game over. There's no way to restore your weapon energy in this stage, and unfortunately that means we'll lose any E-tanks we could have had. And that's why I'm always worried about this fight. I almost feel like, no. You just kind of have to do this fight in one go. Like, once you get the pattern down, as long as the background doesn't distract you. Should be easy. You gotta be careful, because you have limited range. Fuck. Oh no. We can't do this anymore. I wonder if I can rewind back to the beginning of the fight. Though you're kidding me. This is as far back as the game will let us rewind. I have to take the game over here. Alright, you know what? Wily, stop trying to hit me and hit me. Alright, I decided to take the game over. Painful as it was, I just wanted to get full ammo again, give me a better margin of error. But we don't have any E-tanks, so we've gotta make this count. Thought I had him in pattern there. Oh, don't do that. Tails, what are you doing? How many Vuln stacks do you have? Just a green chump. You flushed bigger turds than this alien. Take that how you will. Mega Man isn't gonna lose to some flying green bitch. Feel the intensity. Feel the heat. Feel the meat. That roast beef, take it in your hands and give it a good feel. Squeeze that ham. That turkey. Delicious. And eye-searing. Do not put turkey in your eyes. Oh my god, that's always a stressful fight, but we fucking did it. Let's go. Mega Man 2, I have proven myself the better. Again. 10-year younger me, I have proven that I am way better than you at video games. And still bad at MM2. But that's it. That's game. The alien was really just a hologram all along. Dr. Wily tried to trick us. Now it's time for the long walk home. Probably should have gotten a bike or something. Like I said, Mega Man 2 is not my favorite of the NES ones. But Mega Man 2 is also a better game than I give it credit for sometimes. And this game definitely did solve a lot of the problems that Mega Man 1 had. The stages are more fun, the weapons are more unique and varied, although they're not as good as a whole. Mega Man 2 is a beloved game for a good reason. I think part of that might be it just came out at the right time, but also it's still just a damn fun game. And I'm glad I played it. Again. For like the umpteenth time. Maybe one day I'll play through this game and be good at it. As for future Mega Man plans and future Let's Play plans, as of right now, as I am recording this, I have the next part of Sonic Colors uploaded, and it should be public, like, by the time I record, I'm done recording all this. The last episode of Sonic Colors I will need to redo all the commentary for, though, since I did lose the commentary for it. As for future Let's Play plans, I do want to eventually go back to Final Fantasy IX and finish that. I know I've also got to finish quite a few Let's Plays, honestly. But what I like about, like, short games like this is that I can just get them done, just like, bam, just a couple of days, really. Like, 2 days, 1 day to record one part, 1 day to record the other part. But after this, we'll see. Maybe the secret co-op project will be up by then. Who knows? Regardless, I do plan to do Mega Man 3 again sometime this year. And maybe just try to knock out all the classic series games on the way to doing 9, 10, and 11. Who knows? I'll also probably have to beat 9, 10, and 11 first, but... That's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. This is Tales from Fiberhog signing out. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.